Hello Soul Family, I'm the Humble Sage, be welcome. I hope this message finds you well. This message today, Soul Family, is for the Divine Masculines, male or female. So let's get stuck in. Divine Masculines, this is not quite your energy. This is the energy that you've been in. And the problem section holds this. There's something about drama or a group or something that were creating drama around you, possibly magics or something like that. But unfortunately, in the solution section, you're free from this cycle. And that's evident across this. It's not even just reading linear evidence, but it's giving, like, the portal that got us here is this Page of Swords in reverse. And this Four of Cups both in reverse. It's like, whatever you saw, you can't unsee it. And that's the problem. That now your discernment is kicked in. You're no longer accepting just any old offer. You're trying to be guided by the universe here. And what's more interesting is this we just said about a group with their magics didn't work. Well, this is what's in the scene section. This is what's consciously aware. It could be seen by many people. Something about a group here that's falling, or a group. At very least, there's dissension in the ranks. And it's something to do with your light. Or some sort of guidance that you were given behind the scenes that led to this, because it's all in the middle pillar here. This heartbreak or this pain is in the center. This, I'll show you, is at the top. And this is down here. You see my point? This is what was in the unseen that came to light, which created this for this group. And then here there is dissension in the ranks. Could be fighting amongst themselves, or, you know, there could be a lot of questions that are happening here, especially with the swords. You know, when you're heartbroken and you're depressed, sometimes there can be a lot of questions like, how did this happen? You know, not necessarily why me, but how did this happen? How could it be fixed? You know, those sorts of questions. Who, where, how, and why. But here in the future position, this stepping stone moving forward, you're free. You're not trapped. Their magics, you see what I'm saying? Their magics no longer have control over you. Nice. Because what that says is that all of this was just to control the Divine Masculine. There was no real, it doesn't seem like there's any real purpose behind it. They just wanted to control somebody, or control the resources that somebody had. Like, right? And this is most important. At the top here with the title cards, this Two of Wands came out in a previous reading. And with this Aries energy, these choices that you can make actively, especially with Hokma here, with the twos, when we look at the Tree of Life, with the twos, it's very interesting because it may be the beginning of the process, but this is connected to Kether. With it like this is over here, right? You're coming out of people trying to think they can control you, like this. So unfortunately, because they have no control here in Kether, how that's manifesting down through Jacob's ladder is this. This is the two. This too is showing your strength. And I don't know why I don't know why that just happened, but this Ace of Wands in reverse wanted to be on top of this Wheel of Fortune in reverse. There's something here about, by you taking your power back, it leaves other people out of alignment, but that's the point. If they had to latch onto somebody else, if they had to manipulate or do spell work over other people, they were never in alignment in the first place. They took you out of alignment, and now you're back in alignment. Now they're back in this Wheel of Fortune in reverse where they began. And again, with what was revealed behind the scenes here, can now be seen by many. Wow. Let's get the 555 readings. You see over here, even collective, Divine Masculines, look at that. No more blockages. No more trying to block your work. You're quite literally moving forward. Slow and steady wins the race. It may not have been a pleasant process, but because you're in this energy, there could be, this came out as well underneath it, and this Seven of Swords, and then this Six of Swords in the upright. It's like, you are no longer having these blockages, right? Nothing can really disrupt your work anymore, or at very least, you're no longer working on things that you don't feel you need to. That's the point in this Two of Wands. You're more than capable as a grown man or a grown woman to make your own choices. If you don't want to pour into something, you don't need to. And with the Wands, it could be a project, by the way. Wands can speak to me about career projects, whatever you put your chi into, really, whatever you push manic pure into, like whatever life purpose is or anything that's important to you, right? So considering this came out next, it could be very much to do with a project or something that you don't feel that is in alignment with you anymore. Like, why would you need to do that? So you're like, right, okay, no matter how long it takes, I'm going to keep doing this. Slow and steady wins the race, working on your health, your wealth, your performance, just generally you. You know, it feels like very much you can pour back into yourself. And it seems like an enjoyable process. And I say that because with this Sun in Gemini, it can be very powerful. But in the reverse, it's like, well, you're letting go of that pain. You're letting go of these prospects and whatever didn't work out, and instead stepping forward into something new. We'll have a look in this section over here. I just want to get through this title because it feels like part of it really needs to be heard. And it's interesting how the cards just keep on falling out over here. But here it's like, this pain that you're left in, it's like, because you're working through this. Because you're working through this, soul family, what has happened here is these connections, or whatever this is, it doesn't have to be love, by the way, it doesn't have to be romantic. See, the love is actually used for the choice card, so the choice of where you want to put your energy in that case. Whatever connections these are, could be platonic, could be romantic, could be professional, but there's something here how you've decided, well, no, actually, by releasing that, right, you can go to calmer waters. This card also speaks to me about self-respect and self-esteem, because you have to petition the universe and say, look, you want to change. You want to change your environment. Like, you have that eureka moment. So then you work with the universe. These sorts of thoughts, ideas, plans that you put together with the universe to use this wand here to move you through this emotional instability into the calmer waters over here. Or at very least into a situation that you feel would keep you calm. It's not necessarily, I can't say anything here about anything about anybody else. This feels like a very deeply personal journey for the divine masculines out there, again, male or female. And you know how this has come out is, wow, I mean, this actually came out this way around. So then it's like you're going into whatever sings to your soul. You know, you're like, well, you know, if you don't want to pour your energy into whatever this is, then instead you're like, well, now that I can get away from what no longer serves me, now I can see what I want to pour my energy into. Now I can build this garden or this new construct, this new reality that you want, that's actually with your soul's alignment with the scorpionic energy. The depth of who you are is able to shine through into a state of being that is something like you've always strived for. That there's something with this Aries energy, it's something about an energy that you always strive for, and perhaps you were always working towards it, but not quite there. So it's not that you made mistakes. The universe was just saying, well, all of these things showed you exactly what you did want. So it doesn't feel like there's any hatred behind this, or any, like, you know, any sort of animosity behind it at all. Like, it feels very much, or any like personal animosity. We can be so anxious with ourselves, like, oh my gosh, how could you do that? But it's meant to be like that, where the universe is showing you these lessons. Like, you want a change of reality, well, the universe is showing you with these lessons how your reality is going to change so you can realign. Right? That is beautiful. Very nice. Let's have a quick look over here. So family, let's have a quick look. Okay, I was told to use the black deck. Fair enough. Let's have a look. Let's see where this Ten of Swords and Ace of Wands are before we close out the reading. The Hermit. Self-discovery. This purpose. There's something here about now. As soon as I saw Vishuddha, what it felt was, you're now free to express, you're now free to express who you are, your soul's truth, this depth of who you are. You're able to show your imagination. There's something here about being able to show your imagination, like the true mystery of you is coming forward. Like, you could even be shocked, especially with this Hermit, with this Virgo energy, this soul work that you're doing, and that's beautiful. Closing out this, there's something here for somebody. Focus on meditation and connect with your roots, connect with your ancestors and, you know, the people that really bring joy to your life. You know, that's something here that going through soul work, even if you feel like closed off and it's just you, well, then connect with whichever deities or entities you work with. Or if you don't pertain to any of that, maybe your ancestors, like you believe in your bloodline, you know, perhaps trigger one, you know, family members or whoever, they're no longer with you and you feel like you can still speak to them on the other side, you know, do that. You know, if it's not that, then find advice from elsewhere. Like, you're not alone, that the universe will always bring you assistance where you need. So just saying that for anybody out there who may feel alone. You know, sometimes it may feel like you're isolated. The universe does it for a reason. You're not being left behind. Okay? Just flow with the universe. That's your reading for today, Divine Masculines. If anybody would like a personal reading with me, the link's in the bio. And as always, my friends, please take care of yourselves.